Hey everybody, welcome to the Daily Digital Den Meeting. My name is Chuck. I work for the Scouts, and one of my favorite things to do is to help Scouting thrive through all the activities that we do at base camp. These days, during our sort of shutdown season, that means we're doing a lot of things online, and I've decided today we're going to do a little bit of art, so that there's a bunch of different Cub Scout adventures that works for, or even Art Merit Badge. We'll just do some real basic stuff to try to get you excited about drawing, painting, and other creative arts, because that's really what all of our programs are themed around this week. So I hope you have some fun. So I decided what we would do is the last couple of times that I've done a Daily Digital Den Meeting, say that 5 times fast. The last few times I've talked a lot about different animals out in the wild and plants and those types of things. So I thought today what we do is we talk a little bit about how to draw those animals. So I've got a cute little fox that I'm going to show you how to draw. And I gave it to myself a little bit here in pencil, but I'm going to go over it with my marker so you can see it. Now the first thing you need to know about sort of drawing live creatures, or really anything really, but everything's all about its relationship. Its distance, you want your hand to be the right size as compared to your arm, as compared to anything else. And all sorts of your body parts and your animal's body parts are all relatively sized to the rest of the body. So the idea is to understand, here's my little person, and I'm going to understand that my person's head, whatever size I draw it at, his or her body parts, eyes, nose, ears, mouth, are all going to be in the same space relative to how we draw it. So I'm going to draw this sort of oval shape for my face, right? And then in that oval shape, I'm going to cut it in half, right? Here's the top of the head and here's the bottom of the head, right? I'm going to cut it right in half. Feels like sometimes our eyes are at the top of our head, but they're actually in the middle of our head. They're at the top of our face. So I'm going to draw my eyes, draw a little line there and a line there, make my little circles. I'll make those a little bit better in a little bit. And then half the distance from my eyes to my chin, that's where my nose goes. So that's right there, my nose. And these are my eyes. And then half the distance from my nose to my chin, right, that distance right there, that's the mouth. And that's the mouth. And then about half the distance to the top is the hairline. So if I want to start to draw some hair, I might do that. Hairline. All right. So, and then his her ears, right in the same line where the eyes are, that's where your ears attach themselves. Then they go up a little bit and come down a little bit. There you go. Draw your little ears in there. There you go, like that. Sort of looking there on the other corner. And I'll give a little bit more color to him and a little bit more detail. His neck is not as wide as his whole head. Depends on, some folks have big wide necks, some folks have little thin necks, but there you go. And then shoulders are generally the width of your head to the side and your width of your head to the other side, and that's about that. And that's how you know where the shoulders are. And then I just draw a little collared shirt in here because it's kind of neat. There you go. A little button there. There you go. All right. So that's my person. I can finish off his hair real quick so he doesn't look so goofy. Or it could be me and he could have no hair. The first time my kids drew me with no hair, I was very sad. All right. Now I'm going to draw my little fox. I have to stand up against this door. So my fox, his head shape is very different than my person's head shape. His head shape is sort of the same except on the side, so it's kind of like a football. So there's my little fox. And the same thing, my fox's eyes are right in half of his face, right? Cute little eyes. And then halfway down again, that's where his nose is. Now in this little cartoon version, we're not really going to draw his mouth, but his mouth would be down there like that. Oh, I guess I could do that. A little indication there. All right. Now, another 1/3 is going to be his sort of chest. And this is a sitting fox, so I sort of chose this because it's kind of simple and I could do it real quick. And so this little sitting fox, that little white chesty area that they have, that's that part, that's 1/3. And then the bottom part is going to be this other third. So my fox, this little sitting fox, is really broken up into thirds. The head, the chest, and the body. And then I'm going to get my black marker here to draw some cute little black paws. So there's my cute little fox guy. There we go. And of course he's got a puppy tail. I chose a fox because, of course, on my first daily den meeting, we found a fox den while we were hiking around in my backyard, which is wicked cool. And then cute little ears that stick up like that. Boom, 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 boom. And there you go. And this is the part that would be a little bit on the brownish red. So there you go. There's my fox, and there's my person, and there's the spacer relationships that you need to know a little bit when you're drawing. You can just focus on that. You can look up a lot of those things, or you can just observe it in nature and say, oh, my foot is about as long as this, or my arm is about as long as that, and measure it out as you're learning how to draw. So have a lot of fun, and thanks a lot, and we'll see you at base camp when we can get out of this. And until then, I'll see you at the next Daily Digital Den meeting. Thanks.